Hello, good evening guys, welcome back to Monday Racing League. Today we are heading over to the desert of Bahrain. Yes, we are in round number 14 out of 16, so 2 more races to go. Next week we are going to Portimao for a sprint race, and the last race is Texas. Now let's go to the track figures. Total laps 29 laps, 15 corners, 9 to the right, 6 to the left. Track length 5.4 kilometers. Race distance is 157 kilometers. And the current Emerald track record out of season 4 from Angelo, it's a 1:29.729. Now let's go to the driver standings. We see Perez leading with 38 points ahead of Solti on P2. On P3 we have Spaghetti on P4, Yo-Yo in the Haas. On P5 Aroble Aston Martin, P6 Smith the second McLaren, P7 Tomasito, P8 Degret the second Haas, P9 Wolfrin and P10 Nawaf in the Red Bull. Now let's also have a quick look to the team standing. Here it's a little bit tighter. We have McLaren with 300 points, 3 points ahead of Red Bull with 297 points. On P3 we have Haas, on P4 Ferrari, P5 Aston Martin, P6 Williams, P7 V-Carb Aka Racing Bulls, P8 Alpine, P9 Mercedes, and on P10 Kick Sauber. That was it for the introduction. Now let's go to the serious stuff. Let's go for qualifying. Yes, we're racing again. Back to qualifying. We just watch again the hot lap of Berra. His first attempt. Let's see if Perez is pushing a little bit more wide on that turn. Yes, he goes over the curb. That's how he should do it. It's a 1:27.3 in the first attempt. Wow. Now let's see the next one on the list. It's a Roble. He's going wide too, a little bit too wide maybe onto the curb and sliding a little bit around. 1:28.2. Let's go to Wolfrin in the last turn. Plenty of space on the left hand side. 1:28.9, not too bad at all. Now let's go to Frank Tank. It went too wide there as well. Frank Tank jumps up to P3. Now let's see Yo-Yo, the only Haas driver today. Well, they're fighting for the team championship. Yay. What was that? 1:30. have a look to Reapster's last turn. Jumps up to P3 at 128.8. A nice time for him. Tomasito jumps up to P2. Osman set up to P7. I'm not sure if this is a hot lap, yes or no. I don't think so, cause he has plenty of battery left. 94% of battery left in his battery. Yeah, battery. Now Yo-Yo is pushing. He's also using the battery now. A little bit wide on that turn 1. Oh. Seven tenths slower than Vera in sector 1. Hit the trickiest corner. I think it might be a 128.9 or something. 128.7. Let's have a look to Lucas. Pushing the Kicksauber to the finish line. P9 currently. Rob is still on the outlap. So he's preparing for his qualifying time, the second run. Dira is enabled. Beautiful images here. Down to turn 1. Looked pretty decent here. Takes a little bit of slipstream of Barra. I wasn't too bad. Now these are beautiful turns. Double right-hander. This one is closing a little bit more than the first one. Now the final turn. So Roble is up on sector 2, but he's not finishing his lap. Yo-Yo is doing a little bit of sightseeing. Shake your hands to the fans. Let's have a look. Tush Pagets Ferrari. Two tenths behind Bahrain in Sector 1. Just want to give you an impression how teamwork is working. So we have in front Myth giving Salty a hell of slipstream. Now giving all the slipstream he has. Now backing off. So Salty has a pretty nice Sector 1 as well, and nice Sector 2. Is he jumping up to P3? Okie dokie, nice one. Nice teamwork. Now we see Tomasito went for P2. Let's have a look to Barra. He improved twice, Sector 1, Sector 2, and now Sector 3 is lower than his fastest attempt, but still the fastest time on the board, 1:27.195 for Barra. Well, let's go back to the Ferrari. Well, that doesn't work out. 4 seconds slower than Barra's time. Let's have a look to Myth. He's having an empty tank. 2 seconds slower in Sector 1. That's also not the best time. Not sure if he's going for another run cause his fuel tank is more or less empty. Yes, he's going into the pit. Let's go to Osman setup. So Ozzy is coming into pit. In this case, let's go to Lucas. So Lucas is the only guy on track on a hot lap. The other one is Horrible, but still on the out lap. 3 minutes 30 left in the qualifying session. But there is a massive gap of, more than 0.5 of a second between Berra and Tomasito. So Lucas is improving in Sector 1. Was a little bit a tricky corner there. Not a beautiful left and double right. I just love these turns here. This one is pretty tricky because it's closing a little bit more. Well, Lucas went wide there. Survived somehow without the track penalty or invalidation of his time. And last turn. improves by 1 second but stays on P12. Let's go to the man living in the United Kingdom. Our Robles last turn. Is he going wide on this turn? Yes, like better. Taking as much of speed as he can to the finish line. 4 tenths still. Well, 3 tenths and a little bit more the gap between Berra and the Roble. Yeah, in front we see a... Can you see it here? No. You see it here? It's in German you say Klassenfahrt. Now let's go to the serious stuff here for the last shot of everybody. First man to cross the line is the two-time Emerald champion Myth in the McLaren. I'm sure he's a real contender for pole position tonight. Let's have a look to the driving skills of the Italian driver. If you're sitting in the car of Myth, here's some statistics. Well, Myth is one of the most dominant drivers in the Monday Racing League. 31 wins, wow. Crazy statistics. Beautiful turn also here. He went pretty wide there, carried much of speed. Tomasito already finished. Stays on P3 currently, so Myth is a little bit slower in sector 1, and Berra is improving again. A 126.970 might be pole unless somebody else can go faster. Myth jumps up to P3. Yo-Yo to P5. Frank Tank stays on P8. Whoa, that's nothing serious here. Also here from the Ferrari. Last man driving. Yeah, it looks like that's a qualifying result. A beautiful, nice time. Yeah, over a half second faster than the rest of the field. Berra on P1, Roble P2, Myth on P3, Tomasito nice P4, Yo-Yo on 5, Salty on 6, Spaghetti on 7, Frank Tank, a good result for him on P8. Osman Sedat, pretty nice result for the driver from Mauritius. On P9, on P10 we have Ripster on P11, the Hungarian driver Wolfrin P12, we have Lucas, and on P13 with the qualifying ban Picard. Haven't drove any lap time. Do you hear the helicopter in the background? Hopefully now everything is working. And also my pretty nice dashboard. Let's see. Looks like it's a dry race, of course, here in the desert of Bahrain. By the way, in Sector 3, Berra was close to 3/10 faster than Aroble. And close to 4/10 faster than Myth in Sector 1. I think the man to watch on E4, Tomasito, has been pretty close in Sector 1, Sector 2, but in Sector 3 he lost close to 4/10 to Berra. In this case, I just show you again the driver standings. A massive 38 points lead of Berra on Salty on P3. We have the reigning champion, the champion of Season 7, Spaghetti. On P4, Yo-Yo, he did very well in the first part of the season. Now let's have a look to the tire choices the drivers made. We have 3 hard runners on front, then 3 medium runners, then 2 hard runners again. Osman Sedat went for a different strategy on to soft, then 2 medium runners again, then a soft and hard runner. Picard on P13, and we see again the host is leaving. The Spaghetti. Hopefully he can come back to the race, just quickly restarting. And hope these fucks don't fuck up our race again. And for you also to have a look onto the team standings, we see it's just a 3 points gap between Red Bull and McLaren. Only 3 points, and today are driving 2 McLarens, only 1 Red Bull, and of course only 1 Haas, because Degret is missing today. Let's have a quick look, or a longer look, to the start from position 3 from Myth. Well, if you have any guesses who is winning the race today, just write into the chat. Five flights, out away we go. Fighting a little bit with traction for Myth on the outside. We have a better view here. Tomasito already on P2, and there is some fights between Aroble and Yo-Yo. Myth went back to position 3 already, and in the back we saw a collision. Who was it? Not sure who was it. And again, I don't have any telemetry data, so if there is a safety car, just quickly restart the game. We have a drive-through penalty for Lucas in the Kicksauber. But a pretty nice start into turn 1 from Tomasito. Already on P2 and attacking Berra. quickly go back to the driver choices. Yeah, of course, the hard tires are a little bit... Yeah, you need to drive 1 or 2 laps to have them on temperature to drive proper times. So the medium tires are a little bit faster at the start. Also, Yo-Yo went up to P3, Arobe on P4. We just saw Picard and Lucas are going into pit, and the overtake from Tomasito on Tobera. By the way, what's better to see a 2-time champion and a 1-time champion to race against each other? Here you have the battle between Myth and Spaghetti. Is Salty going for an overtaking attempt? No, but Spaghetti is overtaking Myth. There is now a massive 1.8 seconds gap between Roble and Spaghetti. In front we saw some battles between... No, we haven't saw it, but we just saw on the left side the live ticker that Yo-Yo overtook Barra. Yeah, here you have the helicopter. Again, sadly only 13 drivers, so if you're racing and want to join the league, just sign up for Season 9. There are 2 more races in Season 8, then we're gonna have 1 week break between Season 8 and Season 9. Then we're gonna start into the new season, and then you probably drive here in the Monday Racing League. Yo-Yo on P1. And Tomasito tries to keep Vera behind him. Currently not much happening. Let's go to position 10 to Frank Tank. He's on a hunt for Wolfring on P9. Now Tomasito is overtaking Yo-Yo, maybe also Berra is sneaking in, yes, on P2, but the inside line for Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo stays ahead. Well, if the race is a little bit boring, you can count the palm trees around the track. If you say me the correct numbers, yeah. You get a free drink. I'm not sure if you wanna count 1120 palm trees. Now we see a 3 wide. Yo-Yo and Berra are overtaking Tomasito. Yo-Yo stays on P2. Tomasito now on P3, and behind these 3 drivers we have Roble. Looks like Yo-Yo is on a hunt for a good result here, at least for a podium, of course. Looks like Roble is a little bit saving his tires. Let's quickly go again to the tire choices. Well, we have hard tires on P1, P4 and P5. Now again on the main straight we see in the back that Roble is overtaking Tomasito. Berra is going for the fastest lap of 131.704, and Berra still leading into turn 1. For you guys, just to have an impression of the fastest lap of the track record here, it's a 129.729. So Berra currently is far away from this time, but he's yeah, at the beginning of the race, lap number 7 of 29. Driving the hard tires, so maybe later on we see a little bit faster times than this, not just a little bit. I'm not sure if we have today a new track record. As you know, the track record from Angelo is out of season 4. Well, Angelo is a driver who drove, I think, until last season. But Angelo is Pretty fast driver. Always good for a win or a podium. Sadly has no time to drive here in Season 8. Hopefully to see him in Season 9 again. Season 9. What a night in Season 9. Got yellow flags in Sector 1. Ah, Yo-Yo, careful. I'm not sure what's the world record here in Bahrain. Well, the world record is in time trial, but not in the race. We don't count the qualifying times. We just count the lap record from the main races. As you know better, I had a 127, I think, 127.9 in the qualifying. Why? Now Tomasito is pretty close to a Roble. And in the back we saw that the Ferrari of Spaghetti has managed to overtake the two McLarens. Well, in my POV it's pretty nice to see that Yo-Yo is able to follow better. Of course he's on medium tires and better on hard tires. But if we saw the qualifying time from Berra, I was a little bit scared that Berra is just driving away like Max Verstappen at the beginning of the current season, winning with 8 seconds gap to P2 or something, or even more, or 10-second time penalty for Osman Sedat for speeding in pit lane. And Ozzy is retiring, sadly. Let's go to Myth. He's just sitting behind Spaghetti. Behind Myth we have Salty. Driver on P2 in the Driver Championship. By the way, regarding former winners, you see Angelo won 2 Grand Prix here in Bahrain. Also Myth, looks like Myth is loving this track, currently driving on position 6. Might be a hell of a ride if he's winning the Grand Prix. Fastest lap of 131.563 from Berra. So Berra is pushing and Yo-Yo is out of the second to have DRS on the straights. Myth just overtook Spaghetti. Well, another fact from Bahrain here, it's a night race. We do have 4,500 floodlights. Of course, they're LED lights, not something else. We saw in front that the Roble went very wide in the second but one turn. Now the first drivers are going into pit. That's Yo-Yo. Let's see what tires. Pretty sure, yes, hard tires for him. Tomasito went for medium tires. 17 laps on medium tires. Ay. Might be a hell of a ride. Maybe he's also hoping for a safety car. To have another set of mediums or later on a soft tire run. By the way, safety car possibility, we have 63% here on this track. Let's go to the closest gaps between Myth, Spaghetti and Salty. Well, on top right you have some graphics regarding the driver championship. You see that Salty had a pretty nice, very nice first half of the season, then yeah, not too good races. The difference to Berra, he had amazing races last time out. That's why Berra is leading now with 38 points, yeah, 38 points ahead of Salty. But also have the same graphics for the team standings. It's close. Only 3 points separates McLaren and Red Bull. Of course, if today and last week Haas is only driving with one driver, then they maybe not win the team championship. Looks like it's a battle between the Red Bull team and the McLaren team. Salt is going into pit. Let's stick with the view of Spaghetti. He prefers to stay behind Myth. Was a pretty close one. Have a quick look again to the tires. We have currently 5 drivers on the hard tires on top of the table. Is Berra going into pit to change his tires? No, he stays out. As well, the other hard runners are Roble, Myth, Spaghetti, and I'm pretty sure also Frank Tech stays out. Spaghetti just didn't overtake on Myth. Maybe he thought Myth is driving a little bit too slow, he can go faster, and if so, then he need also to overtake a Roble in front. We're in lap 15. Well, let's say lap 16, cause Farah is starting lap 16 now. Again, these three drivers here. 4.8 seconds gap to Farah already. Spaghetti is going the outside way into turn 1, so he has the inside on the next turn. Yes, little bit touchy there, and Myth went on to the grass or the gravel. Again a 3 wide, close to 3 wide, and the Rover stays ahead, and while they're battling, yeah, this costs 1 second, so we have a 4.9 second gap already between Berra and the Rover. While talking about that, regarding gaps, we have Yo-Yo on his new on his new hard tires, already in the back of Frank Tank. Or we might see an overtake attempt now here on this little straight, because there is a DRS detection point before. So Yo-Yo hasn't been able to overtake Frank Tank here, but looks like Yo-Yo has a better pace because he has fresher tires than Frank Tank in front of him. Now Yo-Yo surely waits until the main straight. Yeah, he's lifting a little bit of his throttle now with the help of DRS, overtaking Frank Tank, saying goodbye to the British driver into turn 1. Well, turn 1 is the pretty normal overtaking spot here in Bahrain. Let's go back to the action. Already 7 seconds gap between Berra and Arola. Let's go to P4 to... yeah, let's hit in the car of Spaghetti. With the best view of the overtake from Myth onto Aroble. I'm sure somebody's going into pit. No, not yet. So it's weird that Myth overtook Aroble. Yay, beautiful racing here. Little contact between these two drivers, but nicely done by them. No spin at all. .1 second, 8.2 seconds gap between Bahrain and Roble. Well, if it stays like this, it looks like pretty easy. Not, shouldn't say easy. It's never easy to win a Monday Racing League race. But with the gap of close to 9 seconds already before the pit stop. Wow. The driver in position 2 in the driver standing, Salty, currently driving on P8. So a quick look to the tires, 4 laps old tires for Salty. What is Spaghetti doing? That was funny, pushing a little bit our Roble. Now on the main straight, of course, yeah. Spaghetti is the sitting duck here on the main straight. It looks like these three drivers here have a lot of fun. Pretty nice racing. I thought, wow, that's a dive bomb, but Spaghetti decided to back off. This is racing, Cy Nelson. This is racing. This is a hell of fun here. It's so nice to see these three drivers. Well, in my POV, Berra should a little bit back off and drive again, also here in this pack. Might be surely more fun for him. Nice, nice. Forget going for a double overtake before the DRS detection point. Now the other drivers are coming back. Is he going into pit? Yes, Spaghetti is going into pit. What's happening with the other ones? 10-second time penalty for Spaghetti. That massively hurts him. And Myth did the dive bomb on a Roble. Well, not a bad dive bomb, a good dive bomb. Just quickly try something to exit that one and start again, and we are back. Just need to click again to this one and back. Let's see if this is working. Oh, it doesn't work anyway. Let's stay without telemetry data. Now Myth is going in as well for pit. Roble stays out, going a little bit longer. Now let's see, is Myth... I'm sure that Spaghetti is in front of Myth at the end of the long straight here. This doesn't help him anyway. Yes, Spaghetti in front of me, 1.3 seconds. That's an undercut. We have a yellow flags in sector 2. Was it Wolfram? Not sure. We're gonna have the pit stop phase. That was the box of Pera. Pera went in. We have a 130.258 from Spaghetti. The laps are getting faster. We see that Pera has red rubber soft tires on his car. There's 7 laps to go, and I'm pretty sure he's attacking the lap record. Just for you again, the lap record. $129.729 currently. Well, there is no chance to defend against the car with red rubber tires behind. But Salty is on a mission for P2. Not Salty, Yo-Yo, I think. Now, Pera is going on his hot lap attempt for the track record. On 130.110 from Spaghetti. They're getting closer and closer to Angelo's time. Well, of course, Spaghetti needs to push because he has a 10-second time penalty. Well, I can't say if Pera is faster or not. Well, he's 1.7 seconds faster in this lap here, I think. Yes, maybe that's a track record. Yeah, that's it. A new track record by Pera. Over 7 tenths faster than the old track record from Angelo. Wow. This driver is surely on a mission. He's flying this season. Now let's go to Salty, trying to keep up with Spaghetti. Now Myth is overtaking Salty. To have maybe a battle with Spaghetti. Well, they don't need to fight Spaghetti because Spaghetti has a 10-second time penalty. There is still a 6.3 seconds gap between Yo-Yo and P3. Well, I said at the beginning of the race that Yo-Yo is a man on the mission to finish up on the podium. Looks like there are 5 laps left in this race. And the gap of 6.3 seconds to close for Spaghetti, Myth and Salty, and also Robles in the mix there. Oh, Myth is overtaking Spaghetti. You see the gap is coming down to 5.9 seconds between Yo-Yo and Myth. 5.8, 5.7. Yeah, gonna be a tricky one to finish on the podium for Yo-Yo, but he did a pretty... Oi, what was that? Was a little kiss? Not sure, was it a McLaren? But anyway, this could happen if you drive pretty close like they did in the last lap, so yeah. Not sure if it's worth a penalty or not. .9 seconds gap between Myth and Yo-Yo. Just want to show you again statistics of Myth, because yeah, if you see these figures, 81 races, 60 of the 81 races he finished on the podium. That's a crazy guy. Good to have him in the league. .9 seconds gap between Myth and Yo-Yo. Got 3 laps to go. The Myth just claimed up 1 second per lap, so if it's at the end of lap 29, then maybe Myth is right behind Yo-Yo. But there is also a Roble in the mix. If we see a Roble is still close to Myth, and there is a DRS detection point at the end of this lane here, then maybe a Roble is overtaking Myth and is battling a little bit with him, and then they're not catching up Yo-Yo. Let's see, 3.2 seconds. And the Roble is going for the overtake. For me, I need to switch quickly to Spaghetti to see. Yes, he has fresh soft tires. And he's going in again. Why that? I thought he's going for the track record. But anyway, this case no. Or is he going for fresh tires? 0 laps, yes. Okay. So we might see some very fast laps from Spaghetti, the 2 final laps of this race for him. Let's go to the fight for the podium here. Wow, already 1.9 seconds, only the gap between Yo-Yo and the Roble. We're going into the second but one lap, no, the last but one lap. We're in lap 28 out of 29. Myth is overtaking a Roble. I'm sure Yo-Yo is praying that these two are fighting a little bit to to increase the gap of 1.4 seconds. It's gonna be a big shame for Yo-Yo to finishing on P4. I'm not sure if two drivers can overtake Yo-Yo in the last lap. Still 1 second gap. I'm scared for Yo-Yo. So guys, any guesses who is finishing on the podium? Of course, Barra. If he's not doing any mistake, then he's winning the race. Then who is on P2, who is on P3? I'm still going for Yo-Yo on P2 and P3. I'm going for a Roble. Yes, Barra again. It's getting a little bit bored, right? Barra is driving a crazy season 8. Now Yo-Yo tries to don't give any slipstream to the drivers behind, but we see Myth already next to him, but Yo-Yo trying to defend at least P3. Help. Well, there is at least no fight for the win this time out, but a fight for the podium. Looks like Myth is surviving on P2 because there is a 0 point. 1.1 second gap, I should say. And Spaghetti. Sorry, Spaghetti. Yes, how should I do this? Doing this, it's another track record, okay. But we go for P1, already done. Myth on P1 on, not Myth, Barra on P1, another win for him. Myth on P2, a Roble on P3 and P4 for Yo-Yo. Then we're gonna have P5 for Salty. There is still a battle for P6, but Frank Tank has a time penalty. So might be P6 for Tomasito. Yeah, it's a P6 for Tomasito. Then a P7 for Frank Tank. Picard still in the fight for P8 with Spaghetti, but Spaghetti has soft tires. I'm pretty sure he's overtaking Picard in the last turn. And that's a P8 for Spaghetti. Plus the track record plus the fastest lap is 1 point more. What a race again. No words to Barra, he's just insane. Another win. By the way, I'll just show you something. You should I don't know if you see this. Where this was the podium in the last race. Barra, Mid, and the Robles. Now let's go to this one. Where is it? Yeah, again. Oh, yeah. Barra, Mid, the Robles, the same podium again. So looks like they're loving the positions they're finishing. So we got the results. We have Beta on P1, Myth on P2, Aroble on P4, Yo-Yo on 5 finally. No, 4. Again, sorry, forget it. Beta on P1, Myth on P2, Aroble on 3, Yo-Yo on 4, Salty on 5, Tomasita 6, Frank Tank 7, Spaghetti with the fastest lap point on P8, Picard on 9, Wolfin on 10, Reapster on 11, Osman Sedat and Lucas retiring. Now let's go quickly to the incidents and the pit stops. I'm live on air. Anyway, I think Asa will have lots of fun with this race. Now let's go for the interviews. Yeah, so again, the same guys. We have a Roble on P3. Quickly need to change the headphones. As you know, Discord doesn't like my Steel Series headphone. Now let's go to the Discord and into the live channel. Then we grab Hey. Again. Again.
Another podium.
Looks like you doesn't like it, right? You want to be a little bit more in front.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just more... One, not happy with my pace. Two, not happy with my wheel problems. And then also, at the last lap, I got wing damage against Jojo. So that cost me a chance of running against Mattia, but yeah, I mean, not bad.
Well, you can be happy to be on the podium. Not many drivers are getting on the podium in the Monday Racing League, and you already had one win. I drove over, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 races, and I never had a win. I just had 3 podiums or something. Of course, you're in a different league than me, but...
No, don't say that.
Well, you're driving faster than me, 2 seconds per lap faster than me, but that's without training. Anyway, next week, yeah, you know, Portugal. I think it's pretty tricky track.
I've done a league race on that, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. I didn't crash, I didn't have bad pace, but it's so bumpy, and I'm not gonna have fun next week.
You will have fun, I'm sure, because you had fun today with Mattia,
yes,
Spaghetti, and there was a lot of laps between, I think, 3 or 4 drivers. Also, Salty was in the group there, and was pretty nice racing. And Sanesl wrote something into the chat regarding they're getting crazy now, and I just said, no, that's real nice racing. I'm pretty sure you had more fun than Berra.
Yeah. You know, it was. I mean, I was in the lead train, but then I've had long time problems with my wheel, just yanked, lost DRS, and then it's just if you don't have DRS, it's just game over. Then I had another moment with my wheel, so then Mattia was involved, and then like I've just heard them complaining about brake checking this, but come on, man, let's just have some fun, honestly. So Yeah, that was that. And then, yeah, it's the last stint on the soft racing. I mean, I'm just racing for fun. Like, Barrow was so far gone. It's like he was just on another level this weekend. I was P2, but he was like 5 tenths ahead, and he just pulled away. So why not have some fun? Of course, it meant it. We let Jojo, because of my defending, Jojo got past, but ultimately, me and Mattia got through. I mean, Andreas can complain, but he spun. He
Yeah.
spun. So,
Yeah, so
yeah.
he's fun. I'm not sure if there was any contact, but I'm pretty sure he had a nice race today. Not viewing or watching the result at the end, but he's the new track record holder by over 0.8 seconds faster than Angelo, and Angelo's track record was out of season 4. That's also a big achievement, I should say. But not many points today for him. Any plans for next week for the sprint race? It's not only a race, it's a sprint race.
Just try and finish. That's it.
Just try and survive, right?
Genuinely. Just survive. Yeah.
Okay. Any last words from your side to anybody or somebody?
I'm hearing rumors about dirty driving and brake checking and yeah, but at the end of the day, I think some people need to grow up.
Yeah,
That's what
sure.
I'll say.
Yeah, they will grow up.
All right,
So,
take care.
thank you.
Then.
Take care.
Then.
See you next week. Bye,
See
Ron.
you.
Yeah, Roblin. Now let's go to Napoli. Let's go to Napoli. Mattia,
Don't mind.
again, P2.
On a podium, but not a win. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Well, I always note down the names of the winners. If I check last race result, I see Berra on P1, Myth on P2, and Aroble on P2, P3.
3-3.
Now again, Berra, Myth, Aroble.
It became a pattern.
Yeah, well, it gets a little bit bored, but it was a nice race. I think you had a lot of fun driving with Spaghetti Roble. I think Salty was also in this group, and Yo-Yo, of course. Was it fun?
Yeah, I mean, we had a race until the finish line with Jojo because he was doing another strategy. Our strategy was better on this track because the hards are very hard to warm up. I think Jojo struggled a lot in the outlap, and that led us to catch him up at the end.
Well, you went for hard, soft, right?
Yeah, that's probably the best strategy around this track. I mean, nothing to say. Like today, the pace was missing for me to get to better space. So P2 is actually an extremely good result considering all things considered, to be honest.
And team championship, of course, because
They're also thinking about that.
Berra is driving alone. Currently, sadly, Navaf didn't drove on his home track, but that's not your problem. But you led with 3 points ahead of Red Bull. There are 2 races to go, and
I think we gained a bit now.
Yeah, you gained
some points.
You gained.
I don't know how many, because I don't know how many is 5th place.
That's 12 points.
Like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will gain like 10 points.
32 points for McLaren.
Against 25.
Yeah. So 7 points.
7 points.
So you're leading 10 points.
Yeah.
10 points ahead.
That's fine.
But let's see, maybe Berra gets a 20-second time penalty or something.
It will happen eventually.
because driving too fast. But let's see. I think in season 8 there is Berra.
Yeah.
Too fast for everybody.
Yeah, this track it is actually one of the best tracks for me. It's one of the tracks I have more fun racing with. Honestly, my setup today was terrible. Like it was very terrible. And I didn't practice another setup, but this one was really bad for me.
Okay, but you already won 2 races here in Bahrain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as I said, it's a
You
very good
love it.
track for me.
You love
I
it.
love it a lot, but this time I didn't.
What about
Okay, so
Portugal, Portimao?
I have no clue. I've not raced there for like 1 year. So
Really? Okay.
yeah.
So you
It's not
can't
a track
say
I
any
look at.
strategy insights regarding go on to the
Strategy inside.
mediums and hards and then
Depends.
softs?
Can you
Or?
check what's the tire compounds on the track? Like C1, C2, C3?
I could, but not now.
Okay, fine. Then I mean, I'm just telling you, if it's soft compounds, medium arts. If it's hard compounds, you might go soft, but still risky. So medium arts.
Well, I would go for soft, medium, soft. That's
Yeah, that's
my
fine.
strategy for Portimao. But I didn't won any race here in Monday Racing League, but
Yeah,
had
there's always a first time.
at least 3 podiums or so I had.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Any plans for next week in Portimao?
Any plans? No clue. But maybe I'll choose some more oversteer setup because the understeer I had on this track was absolute. I was missing every apex. So
Okay.
next time oversteer setup. Let's go. I don't care about the years. Just
And-
let's go full throttle.
And go for another win. We haven't saw a win since when was your last win? 3, 4 races ago.
Don't let me remember, man. please.
Sorry. Okay. So, any last words from your side, Mattia?
I don't know. Maybe. Remember, you liked Kota quite a lot, right?
Yeah, Kota is is the most beautiful
you
track.
scored.
You have everything
Yeah.
there. You have a little bit of Silverstone there. You have a little bit of Bahrain there. You have a little bit of Imola. You have a little bit of this and that. No, I love it. I love it.
David, I noticed. I think you got the best results there. So maybe in the. What I'm saying, maybe next Kota you're driving. What do you think?
Maybe.
Can I make
Maybe.
a comeback on track in Kota?
Well, if
It would be
Kota
nice.
is in season 9 also a track, then maybe a surprise act. But if it's like here in season 8, it's the last track, I need to stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Mattia,
Okay.
for being in
We'll
the
see
league, and see you next week.
And see you next week. Bye,
Adop,
Mike. And see
ciao,
you.
Mattia. Yes, now let's go to Sweden, to Berra. Again, Berra.
Yes, again.
Yes, I think my joke regarding Britney Spears. Yeah, you did it again, and so on. And yeah, something personal. Where in Sweden you're from?
Norton, very far up, mini city.
Okay, so that's why you're often behind the computer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in the winter, because it's I think it's pretty cold there.
Yeah.
It's Lapland, or not already Lapland, or
What do you mean?
Lappi, Lapland. That's the northern part of Finland and Sweden. Is it so far
Norrland.
north?
Norrland, it's called.
Okay. I need to go to geography school. Yeah, anyway. Amazing pace again, Berra.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Is it fun to drive close to 10 seconds in front of the pack?
No.
They need to be a little bit faster, right? Yeah.
No, I don't know. I had some luck today as well, I think. Because they started fighting and they couldn't gain on me later.
Yeah, sure, but yet again, crazy pace. At least Spaghetti took away the track record from you. It was a track record from Angelo out of season 4. You did it first, the track record, and then later on Spaghetti went. I think Spaghetti went for 4 pit stops or something to achieve the track record. Yeah. Are you eating during the race? like Brandon Lee. I saw once in the YouTube that Brandon Lee is driving, leading the pack and so on, and he's eating some donuts or chicken nuggets or something.
I don't actually, but my headset started beeping, so I had to charge them mid race.
And but still headset on, right? So you have at least the sound of the car. Okay. Otherwise it would
If
be
not,
tricky.
I'm spinning first corner.
So you see the sound is also very important. Yeah, next
most
week.
important.
Next week, Portimao, Portugal. What are your thoughts on that one?
Once again, very bad track for me, but I will do what I can to win. As always.
Yeah, as always, and you're going for another win and so on, right? Well,
Otherwise, there's no point.
well, you're going all in, right?
Yep.
All in for the win.
Yep.
Cool. And you have 2 chances because it's a sprint race. And I also heard from Mattia that he didn't drove it since a year or so. He didn't drove it, I think, already in the F1 24 games. Cycle
me
and might be fun to watch next week, and hope to have a more or less stable lobby, not like today. But yeah. So your plan next week again to win and to secure the driver championship title, right?
How much points do I need actually to secure it?
Well, you have a cap 38 points plus 25. My pencil doesn't work. 38 plus 25 points minus 15. There is a sprint race, so you're not the champion right now, but you can be the champion next week in Portimao. I'm pretty sure you can be if you win the sprint race and having a podium on the main race, then you might be the winner of
Season 8.
The driver championship season 8, yeah. So drive a little bit slower, man.
Maybe.
Yeah, and there is also an achievement to have a team championship. Where is Navas again?
I don't know. He said same excuse this week. I can't.
Same excuse. Ah, bad boy.
But now we're kind of far behind, so I don't know if it's possible to gain.
There is still a possibility. You have 10 points, the gap between you, Red Bull, and McLaren. It's only 10 points, so the team championship is still open. Yeah.
Yep.
Any last words from your side, Vera?
I don't know. No.
No words. All good.
No.
So happy week and see you next week in Portimao.
See you.
See you. Bye-bye. That was it for today. Yes, Asa, if you're watching, cheers to you. Cheers to the UK. And yeah, thanks guys for watching again the stream. And sorry again for the troubles we had at the beginning of the stream with restarting the lobby. Well, we had already done the first qualifying, then we needed to restart because of a game crash or whatever. Then we restarted, but we had 2 qualifyings. We had fastest lap track record from Spaghetti here in the Monday Racing League for the beautiful track of Bahrain in Season 8. And yes, next week, as I said, we're going to Portimao, to Portugal. Pretty nice flowing track with many corners, ups and downs, going uphill, downhill, and we will see for sure some spins there. Hopefully you're joining again, and see you next week. Have a great week. Thank you for watching and take care, guys. Bye bye.